A silver car, abandoned on a quiet Scarborough street. Inside, a pool of blood. Her blood. But no body, no witnesses, no answers. Police arrested her boyfriend. He served 8 years in prison. Then, a court set him free because the real killer was never found. Elizabeth Marie Bain was 22 years old, a student at the University of Toronto Scarborough campus. Psychology, history, working with kids, helping people with disabilities. Everyone who knew her said the same thing: gentle, quiet, kind. On the afternoon of June 19th, 1990, she told her mother she was heading to campus. She wanted to check the tennis schedules, a 10-minute drive, a routine errand. At 3:45 p.m., she stopped at a bank and withdrew $80. That was the last confirmed trace of Elizabeth Bain. She never came home. 3 days passed. No calls, no sightings, nothing. On June 22nd, her silver Toyota Tercel was found abandoned on Military Trail. When investigators looked inside, they found blood, a large pool of it in the back seat. Scientific testing confirmed it was Elizabeth's. Elizabeth was not there. She has never been found. And here's the context that matters. Police were under enormous pressure. The public was frightened. And now, a young woman had vanished, and her car had been found covered in blood. They turned to the person closest to Elizabeth. Her boyfriend, Robert Baltovich, was 24 years old. He cooperated with police. He helped search. He was grieving. 5 months after Elizabeth disappeared, he was arrested, charged with first-degree murder. In March of 1992, Baltovich was convicted of second-degree murder, sentenced to life in prison. He served 8 years before being granted bail pending appeal. In 2004, the Ontario Court of Appeal set aside the conviction. The trial had been unfair. The jury charge was biased. In April of 2008, a full 18 years after Elizabeth vanished, Baltovich stood trial again. The prosecution called no evidence. He was found not guilty. The justice system failed Elizabeth Bain twice. Once by not finding her killer, and again by spending 18 years focused on the wrong man. His name was Paul Bernardo, known as the Scarborough Rapist, before the world came to know him as something far worse. From 1987 to 1990, Bernardo targeted women across Scarborough. Police had Bernardo on a suspect list for the Scarborough rapes, but they hadn't caught him yet. He wouldn't be arrested until 1993. Investigators did question Bernardo about Elizabeth Bain. A police video of that interview exists. No charges were ever laid. To be clear, no evidence has ever directly linked Paul Bernardo to Elizabeth Bain's disappearance. He has never been charged in connection with this case, but investigators and academics who have reviewed the original files have raised a consistent question As recently as 2026, students at the University of Guelph Humber have been reviewing the original investigative files, geoprofiling, spatial analysis. They have found questions that were never asked by the original investigators. Elizabeth's mother, Yulita, has spoken about a specific kind of pain. No grave to visit, no place to leave flowers, no physical marker that her daughter ever existed and was taken too soon. The Bain family has called it double victimization. The feeling that in all the years of headlines and trials and appeals, Elizabeth herself was forgotten. She was 22 years old. She wanted to check the tennis schedules, and she never came home. There's a $15,000 reward for information leading to answers in this case. 35 years. No body, no conviction, no closure. Someone knows what happened to Elizabeth Bain. If this case stayed with you, the podcast goes deeper. Every detail that didn't make this video, link is in the description. True North Mysteries covers Canadian cold cases that deserve more attention than they get. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And leave a comment. What do you think happened to Elizabeth Bain?